Earth is doomed, 99% wiped out by alien invaders. But one forgotten soldier in Kenya defies the odds. A nameless hero, a global invasion, and a fight that will blow your mind. Are you ready for the story that could change everything? You won't believe what happens next. Deep within the heart of Kenya, chaos erupts when a helicopter plummets to the ground, triggering widespread panic among the locals. People scatter in fear as a team of American soldiers arrives, ushering them to safety and preparing for an unseen threat. Suddenly, two soldiers vanish in a mysterious cloud of smoke, leaving the rest to engage in a desperate fight against an invisible assailant. Amid the confusion, the leader of the group turns just in time to witness an explosion. The blast hurls him through the air, rendering him unconscious. When the soldier regains consciousness, he finds himself imprisoned, disoriented, and unable to recall his name or how he ended up there. His arm bears a deep, bleeding wound. The surrounding police station lies in ruins, its power failing. Searching for answers, he notices a loose brick in the wall and removes it to peek outside. What he sees is horrifying. Another helicopter crashes nearby as chaos consumes the area. Desperate, he shouts for help, only to be hushed by a voice from the adjacent cell. The speaker introduces herself as Nadia, a French doctor who had been working in a humanitarian hospital for 2 years. She warns him to keep quiet, explaining that drawing attention could be deadly. As the building begins to tremble under the weight of approaching footsteps, Nadia reveals that Earth has been invaded by machine-like alien entities. Ignoring her warning, the soldier continues yelling, drawing the attention of armed men who storm the station. These men, intent on causing harm, mention capturing Americans for a bounty. Nadia, unable to understand their language, watches as the soldier negotiates with them. His ability to speak their tongue buys him a moment of freedom, but a fight breaks out when one of the men tries to restrain him. They wrestle and crash through a window. Inside the station, Nadia is approached by two of the thugs. Using her quick thinking, she defends herself with a broken glass shard, seizing one thug's weapon and neutralizing him. Though the second attacker proves more formidable, she overcomes him by using another loose brick as a weapon. Meanwhile, outside, the soldier gains the upper hand against his opponent, snatching a weapon to defend himself further. Their moment of victory is short-lived. A towering alien machine emerges, its footsteps shaking the ground. The soldier hides in a wrecked car, watching as the machine scans him from a distance, but, strangely, does nothing before moving on. Seizing the opportunity, he returns to Nadia, who notices the name, Bao, embroidered on his sleeve, and decides to call him that. The duo gathers weapons, patches up Bao's injury, and escapes the station in a stolen car. As they drive, Nadia reveals her military background, explaining her combat skills. Bao, still plagued by fragmented memories, pushes forward with a single goal: to fight back against the invaders. Their journey is fraught with danger. They encounter Kenyan soldiers who initially mistake them for enemies. After a tense standoff, one soldier recognizes a symbol tattooed on Bao's arm, linking it to an American radar station rumored to play a role in the alien invasion. The soldiers suggest the station might hold answers, prompting Bao and Nadia to continue their perilous journey toward it. Along the way, they navigate towns littered with destruction and strewn with live electrical wires. As they attempt to pass through, an alien machine attacks, forcing them to abandon their vehicle and flee on foot. The robot diverts its attention to a man and his daughter, tragically unaliving them both despite Nadia's attempts to intervene. As night falls, the duo sets up camp, sharing stories of loss and survival. Nadia reveals that her family perished during the invasion, while Bao continues to grapple with the fragments of his forgotten past. Their resolve hardens as they prepare for the challenges ahead. The next day, they are ambushed by locals who use them as bait to lure an alien machine into a trap. Though the hunters unleash an array of weapons and even an electrical surge, the alien proves nearly indestructible. Despite their efforts, an overwhelming number of robotic enemies arrive, unleashing a relentless barrage that decimates most of the hunters within moments. Amidst the chaos, Bao endures excruciating pain to break free from their restraints. Seizing the opportunity, he and Nadia retreat to safety while the bikers lure the robots away. Once the danger subsides, the pair cautiously make their way back to the road. As they cross a bridge, Bao spots a flicker of light and instinctively prepares to defend himself. To his surprise, the source is not a threat, but a photojournalist named Stander, armed only with his camera. Stander has risked everything to capture photographic evidence of the alien invasion, including images of the spacecraft abducting humans and utilizing Earth's electrical grids. One striking photo shows a child courageously throwing a stone at a robot. Stander, gravely injured, expresses little hope for his own survival, but shares his invaluable collection of photos with Bao and Nadia. Before long, a nearby explosion shatters their momentary reprieve. Despite Stander's insistence that they leave him behind, Bao and Nadia refuse, dragging him to a derelict building for shelter. While they regroup, Stander notices Bao's tattoo, a symbol he recognizes. He reveals a photo of a radar station and proposes a grim bargain. He'll hand over his camera in exchange for an end to his suffering. Bao, haunted by flashes of someone's death, cannot bring himself to take an innocent life. Stander, however, begins to scream and throw objects, deliberately drawing the robot's attention. Left with no alternative, Nadia unalived Stander, a heartbreaking necessity for their survival. Armed with Stander's photographs as a guide, the duo presses forward. They cover miles on foot, with Bao sporadically plagued by fragmented memories that remain frustratingly incomplete. In an abandoned town, their camera battery dies, prompting them to commandeer a vehicle to continue their journey. Hours later, strange noises on the car radio lead them to a damaged robot, a rare sign that the invaders can be defeated. Bao ponders the machine's potential weaknesses, but their musings are shortened by the sound of stomping and the sight of smoke on the horizon. Hundreds of robots suddenly descend upon them, forcing them to abandon the car and take refuge in a house. As they huddle in the basement, a fleeting moment of connection between Bao and Nadia is interrupted by the roof being torn away. The alien spaceship captures them in its gravitational pull, but while Nadia is taken, Bao is unceremoniously dropped back to the ground. Memories surge through his mind before darkness overtakes him. When Bao regains consciousness, he discovers a severe leg injury, but resolves to carry on alone. Limping through treacherous terrain, he finally reaches the radar station, only to find it obliterated. Fresh graffiti on the walls offers a clue, leading him to another town. There, he encounters a group of survivors equipped with devices capable of disabling robots. Two unusual robots confront Bao, scanning him before inexplicably retreating. This triggers a flood of memories. Bao recalls a mission gone awry, a fallen comrade he had to euthanize, and a robot implanting a tracker in his spine before he passed out. Bao shares his revelations with Kara and Juma, two of the survivors. They connect him with Roderick, an engineer developing a powerful EMP device intended to disable the alien mothership and its robotic army. However, deploying the device requires luring the spaceship into a vulnerable position, a task Bao volunteers for, leveraging the tracker in his spine. The team devises a daring plan, but faces immediate peril as hidden explosives claim some of their number. As the mission unfolds, the group faces relentless robotic assaults. Kara heroically unalived herself as a sacrifice to buy time for the others, detonating grenades in a final act of defiance. Meanwhile, at the shelter, Juma leads a desperate defense as robots infiltrate through air vents. The locals fight back with unwavering determination, overwhelming the enemy. Near the spaceship's landing zone, Bao and the team use EMP grenades to disrupt the robots and aid fleeing captives. When the main EMP device suffers critical damage, Bao recalls the tracker's response to the robot's energy. In a desperate gamble, he uses his body to transfer power between a fallen robot and the device. The resulting EMP blast disables all robots and sends the alien spaceship plummeting to Earth in a fiery crash. As the dust settles and the survivors celebrate the war's end, Bao begins to piece together his fragmented past. Despite regaining his full identity, he chooses to embrace his new life as Bao, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. From the depths of despair to the fiery crash that ended an alien invasion, Bao's journey proves that even in our darkest hour, a single spark of hope can ignite a revolution. But is this truly the end of Earth's fight, or just the beginning of another battle? Hit subscribe and join us as we uncover more untold stories of courage and survival.